Yeah, so we've been, as we mentioned, it is Earth Day. We see some of the signs, too, in the ballpark here saying that it's Earth Day, the Sox versus the Twins. And Target Field has a lot to be proud of when it comes to sustainability. In fact, Target Field, we just learned this, is the greenest ballpark in America, which is actually really cool.
Yeah, it's a big deal. They have these 5 LEED certifications, which are environmental certifications. That is the most in Major League Baseball. And so joining us now to talk about this and how that came to be, Gary Glaw, Twins Senior Director of Facilities, and then Ryan Heather, who is Sustainability Leader here at Target Field. Thank you so much for talking with us, and this is a great way to celebrate Earth Day, too, by having this conversation. These LEED certifications, they don't just get handed out. How difficult is it to get that kind of environmental distinction?
Yeah, well, thanks. Well, happy Earth Day. We like to consider every day around Target Field Earth Day, but try to do the same thing, all the time. But yeah, the LEED certifications was established by the United States Green Building Council, and it's the platform that we decided to pursue way back in 2010, starting with construction of the ballpark. And there's a huge plethora of requirements that you need to meet: energy conservation, water use, and transportation, and a whole bunch of elements like that. But we've achieved five total, and we're actually going for our 6th here very shortly.
Great.
Oh, congratulations. That's what, pat on the back, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about waste and energy. Just the lighting in general had to be transitioned and transformed. And just from some of the stuff that we see in the ballpark, just, recycling versus, I think when I was just in the bathroom, I saw, there's a garbage specifically for, paper towels. Tell us about that and how that looks from your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously we're working on quite the scale here. So, depending on the fans we have here, it's anywhere from 10 to 15 tons of waste a game. And so in 2024, we had a 76% waste diversion from landfill and incineration. So big factors of that are, our procurement. So where we're buying these things, making sure they're compostable or recyclable. And then on the back end, we actually have a hand sorting team that comes in after every game and physically sorts everything into the appropriate compactor. And so a mix of those things, those are the major things that have helped us be successful on the waste front. So
how long does that take typically?
It depends again on how many guests we have here, but it's about a 12 to 16 hour process versus.
That's incredible. You think about all the fans and how much garbage can come out of just one game. That's incredible. And then also the water system here, the partnership you have with local company Pentair to recycle rainwater. So tell us about that system and how that water is used.
Yeah, so all the drainage from the entire stadium and the playing field, so all the roofing, all the concourses, the seating bowl, all that drains into a large cistern that's underground. And Pentair came in and said, we'd like to pull the water out of the cistern, clean it up for you, and so you could reuse it. And we use it to wash down the seating bowl and to water the warning track and things like that.
And this is pretty incredible, too, when it comes to food donations. And some people might think, what do y'all do with some of the food that's left over and some of the unused food? A lot goes into that, too. Tell us about that process and donations.
Yeah. So that's another cool part of our waste stream. So at the end of the game, there's items like hot dogs and burgers and some of that stuff that goes unused. And so we work with a local charity to have them pick it up after the game and then donate it to people in need. So last year we did over 18,000 pounds of food donation last year. So it's pretty cool.
It's just incredible. Greenest ballpark in America. Congratulations on that. Happy Earth Day. And it just goes to show the logistics behind the scenes. It's not just a baseball game. There's so much that goes on, so much hard work behind the scenes. Like 12 hours after the game's over, still working to compost all the garbage as well. So Gary and Ryan, thank you so much for being with us today.
And thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thanks for
your
having
time.
us.